Oh yes, we are back again. J Hustle 2K Gaming. Welcome, welcome. Oh yes, we are back. I was streaming the Madden 23 earlier for a little bit. Decided to come back and do it again. And trying to figure out, I was going through the teams, just picking them randomly. My brother, his team is the Dallas Cowboys. And I remember Russell Wilson's now with the Broncos, trying to decide who should I play, which team should I go with, who may have the better offense. I played with the Saints earlier. They did pretty good. Had a little couple of hiccups, but they ended up winning that game. So, trying to figure out who should I go with. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Just for the heck of it. I think I'm gonna go with the.
It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next.
Let's get it.
In a few months' time, Snow will liken the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer's still in full swing at Empower Field in Mile High. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gauntton, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring time.
Let's see what these Broncos got.
And off we go from Denver. From just inside the 20, short kick. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a seventh season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, when he returned to form, boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 with a first down.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and to change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they get started.
Now this one is taken down the right side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Dallas is not that good.
Touchdown, Cowboys. James Washington, 39 yards. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And of course, a new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos did exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They wanted to bring in a quarterback who was durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented prospect back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all of those things in Seattle. One losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls.
They begin the drive with Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about variety and play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And this defense able to plug it up for us over the yard in 35. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. They'll get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Let's see.
To me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10 again for the 41. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield level. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today.
3rd and 1. Let's see here.
Hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who puts a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player.
Oh my goodness, he missed
They
that.
sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play now. They can barely get a glove on it before you get the quarterback on the ground.
They run, it's Williams.
First.
This is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. What a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
You busy today, bro? I feel you if you are.
So not successful here on the challenge. He'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go here, and he goes down. Randy Gregory charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 for that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes his job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We can talk a whole lot about football being a game of strength and broad. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
All right, let's go.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side of their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
That's how you roll right there, buddy.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they had them, they might go for it again. Well, they came into this game saying it was important to set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah, so I like the mechanics on this one a whole lot better.
As they got it 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. Out to his left. That's complete. It's open rebound. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Now a gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there, Higgins.
Yeah, it plays real smooth, real smooth.
The right side of the formation just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson.
Gee, buddy.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away. He's got a man. It's something that's complete. And the work is near the 5, and he's stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What up, Thomas C?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. They'll take it into the end zone for the Denver score. Javonte Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are within an extra point and tying up this ball game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed them to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. Next time a coach should call it
It was just a early look at Madden 23, Thomas. I had pre-ordered it early. Got a chance to get it before it come out Friday.
So we're leaving at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Prescott on first down. Man open, that's complete to
That's been open too much.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Prescott now. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And second down.
And that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. You swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it.
Yeah, it is. Yep. But look at the price on it too.
First down, they're having the chains down.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. On the move past the 40.
Oh, we got to change this up.
Getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there. First down.
Reason, if you look at it, reason so high because guess who they really put into the game this year? That's Jordan.
And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big ouch.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense?
They're going to make their money off of this game. Also, the NBA 23, they're going to make it.
Especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's number 4 now.
Yeah.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll get it right back to Washington. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football,
It was short.
So short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn his field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Albert Okuwait on the intended target. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy over just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll get back complete to Alberto. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield spike of the 49. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
I'm going to try it.
Take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Yes, give me that.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle will be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly stark for offense. Really not much in that first half. Let's see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he's been terrific here this afternoon. Williams going to get it again on second down. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Wilson. On the left side, it's complete. And it's across midfield and inside the 45. Searching a short gain on third down, and they'll wind up adding over 20 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're getting a 30-yard tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. He's going to get stopped quickly. Give him a yard down to 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Oh, you.
Knocked away. It's incomplete.
We just saw another example. These quarterbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They've had no room to breathe. On third down, Wilson steps away to his left.
He was out of bounds. Goodness gracious.
So it'll be incomplete. Certainly what they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
I said go for it. I said we go for it.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. On the left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop it right at the line. It was also Dinizawa on the tackle.
Early down still to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this Dini, has got to be priority one.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set up first and goal. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down and goal. Wilson.
He did not do that. He was open in the back of the end zone. Come on now.
And it'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative there, that shot at 6 ended in an interception. And we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Prescott to throw it, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
Let's go back in this.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to eat this one. Is down.
You have to eat that.
The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Meanwhile, Dak's throwing by Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain at 24.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
Bring up on the other side of this equation, trying to defend the guy who's been this hot. It chips away at your confidence, and when you're not confident,
come on, let's
trying
go
to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more conditions with it.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. To the air again, Prescott. It's caught sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there that brings up forward. So now the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6.
And he missed.
Doink. That might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. But that will keep this a 3-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you see it just cock off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 114 yards rushing for him now. His team has been tremendous all day long.
Right, his back.
These guys being about his performance on the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, these things are getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go with Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Carlos Watkins in there for the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now carry number 20 in the game.
Oh.
Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man's Jimmy complete. And finally, down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuck at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I pointed out, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
It's going to bring up the second and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can
He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Took my eyes off of him.
Torrance Armstrong in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing down is Wilson. And he can't throw away. He's taken down. Cardinal.
Too late.
4th and goal. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Gonna try to ice the kicker. And then they gonna smile about it.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
Down to a knee here. The defense stored a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Well, obviously, transition is by no means an offensive strategy. I mean, the defense is really scoring this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Nope. Say we can run another one.
Everything you're trying to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
Who should we play with right now? Denver was okay, but I foiled that. Let's see how these Browns look playing against them. Let's see what they look like.
You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the team first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to get something really unstable. But work on your catalog.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills, and it's all up next.
We're about 15 miles south of Cleveland. And we are underway in Buffalo. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense. And that's
Well, that's not the case right now.
Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. The Browns are the same player he was in Houston, a three-time Pro Bowler, and one of the game's biggest playmakers. They made Michael Sarge's decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback. It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also his defense, they're going to give it a looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. The crowd unit, they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's the first one they've got to try the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills.
Come on, Billy Goats.
Take it right on the 30. From that 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for the top 5 offense. They were knocked out in overtime throw against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they would be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. We'll check on the status when we return to Orchard Park. On 2nd and 7, Allen flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They sort of did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Being chased out left. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
What's going on with everybody in the chat that's watching? Just trying out the gameplay of Madden 23. Lost the first game on a mess up.
Now it'll be interesting to see what the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. it's 1-2. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? With man coverage, they decided to test him early. And they put him up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's 1-2. That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be brought down just inside the 35.
As your play coverage guys in a stress on that one, they thought he would go deep and took curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Who that said the Browns? I think I saw somebody say that.
Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it's hard to defend.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs out in the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed,
Touchdown, Browns!
That's your one score for the Browns, so bro. No more today.
The Browns have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. McKenzie will not return to this, and will be going out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just the first quarter attack thing that is so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and running all off-season with your opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake it big with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. They had a pretty decent ball game. If I missed it, it would have been a long night.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. It's caught by Davis. They'll go down the middle for Davis inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got real rapport going. And right now, it's been up with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Down to the 25. Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately, you're fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he will be brought down about the 6-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see it. Sometimes you'll flip a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him scrambling. See that lane and burn that for a first down.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. Rolling to his left.
Messed that up.
He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. On play action, Allen on the move to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Bass is good. And they're on the board. They're still trailing. It's 7-3. So they were able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us ended with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, right. I understand, Chief. That's basically all anybody needs.
Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner. Knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First carry out for Kareem Hunt. And scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all right. Glad to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I like that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
He's got it, complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
What? You cut him for pass interference. Roughing the quarterback.
He lets the play to get him the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
That was not no good call. That was a bullcrap call.
Might have got the yard down to 16.
Back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that one.
The previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe should have tapped out, had a second back come in and maybe make that move. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Watson. His throw incomplete.
Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, and just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he's got it. The Browns are going to 1st and goal as they try to finish off his drive with 6 points.
I think you have to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, You just need to tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And they let the fullback try to take it home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Johnny Stanton punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
Okay, little brownies. I see you. I see you.
But sometimes, certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
That's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. The extra point by Yorkie is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Allen. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once Allen broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they're able to regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Throwing his Allen on third. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, you have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job for holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Oh, come off of that.
This one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete.
I don't like the Bills.
Call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Watson.
No, I'm good. I'm going to play it out. I just want to see.
The middle is complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Out of the gun, Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Great idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but playing just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
To the air yet again, Watson. Pass incomplete with the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing ball.
Again, roughing the passer?
So
The ref is a joke.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Dallas was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, creates a penalty.
To throw is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. As the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. The York on now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive of 4 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan. Due to time constraints, we will be forward to today's broadcast at the beginning of the third quarter. And we welcome you back.
I am too, Chief.
Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark it down officially at the 34. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles. But look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive. At least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score?
What the?
I'm not pushing for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So the shotgun snap to Allen. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short. Which you're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. To the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Cut that hook from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's a start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And once again on the last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Just have the game you expected, but that run there, that made it go.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of 10. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. There he takes it in across the track. Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. But he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
He said throw his keyboard down in disgust.
I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but still back to reliable.
He said run, Forrest, run.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Back to throw, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. Not his best throw there. Where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has. It's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. All around, no gain on the play, and they'll bring up 3rd.
He's going to get his best behind something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And not much happening there. He's taken down by a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
Oh my, that's the 3rd one today.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Watson on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but he just couldn't connect, and now we're going back to the drawing board.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly pretty good play call, but they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the cover was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. There's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daquan Jones finding his way home to get the sack.
What was that last question you asked? I can't. It looks garbled in the chat.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. You want to be able to see this one through, but hang on, the flag is down. Now it's on the defense side, declining to take the points.
Really?
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
Well, no, it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterback can 1-on-1. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, he's the one forced it in there because they get tipped up and picked off.
Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Joe. He's going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy lift come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Eluding the pressure right. Deshaun Watson.
I'm just going to let Deshaun just waltz in.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. New York now for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do before.
This is a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. They get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out come the Bills. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, it was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And Parker, they do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. On play action, Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Where was this at earlier in the game?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 8 yards to gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
What pass interference? What glasses you got on?
That one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
Big old Elliott, get out the way.
3, and now a much tougher third down looming. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Well, they go for it on fourth, but this one's going to
Lord, playing with the Bills more. We just have to go back to my boys, the Steelers. They would not have done this against these sorry Browns.
Fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, "Hey, you got anything for this one?" Might get radio silence back.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right down the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here to hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they have to lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football. And look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss.
Is that right?
For 2nd and 11.
On the keeper, this is Watson.
And they'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Only a yard there in the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you expect it to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So Cleveland
Ugly.
victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold the team under 10 points.
All right, I think that's enough for the evening. I'm gonna just have to go back to my Steelers and see what we're gonna do with that. So, bro, I hope when you get the game, I think you playing with the Browns. I'm not sure, but you know, we after I take care of some stuff in the background, we get done with this golf tournament, and again, we can't let LJ take his belt home. He's been talking too much smack. Yeah, football season is here. If y'all go ahead and get the game, we can go head to head. Maybe put together a small little season or something like that. And who knows, we can take it all the way. Thank y'all for coming in. So, bro, Uno Nice, all that was watching, and then all the streams. I appreciate y'all. Give me a thumbs up on the streams. I'm just playing the AI, just trying to see what the new game is about. It'll be a whole lot better once I go head to head with Soul Bro and whoever else wants to smoke. Thank y'all, and I'll talk to you later. I'm out.